So this is the night before we take our flight to Canada, and I am feeling very anxious. This is the boys' fifth flight, but this is their first flight since they're about to turn one, that they're a lot older. A lot of their other flights were a lot younger and a little bit easier to manage. Now that they're more active, they're crawling super fast. They're trying to slap things, hit people. So now I'm like kind of anxious, trying to like, what can I do to keep them still? What can I do to try and keep them to not hit the person next to us? And kind of another issue is that my husband and I have to buy seats directly behind each other instead of in the same row, unless there's not a third person in the row with us because of the oxygen mask. There won't be enough oxygen for all of us. So I will try and document as much as I can. We are leaving about 5 a.m. Our flight takes off at like 8:50, 9 o'clock. And so we are planning to get to the airport no later than 7, so that way we have enough time to get through and get through TSA, get to the gate, feed the boys, change the boys, and kind of have a little bit of time to prepare for whatever else can happen, because with kids you kind of never know how your day's gonna go. So I will try to document as much as I can, but I will pray that tomorrow goes well. So wish me luck. So we have finally made it to the airport. Trying to get all the bags downstairs from the parking deck. So I will keep y'all posted on how this goes. This is wild.
It's for D gates. D as in David.
You need it? ATL's got it. No matter your preference, we have something for you. Atlanta presents an opportunity to see you again soon. Welcome to Atlanta.
Please hold on. This train is stopping. This train is departing. The next stop is for E gates. E as in Echo. Please hold on. This train is stopping. Please collect your belongings and watch your step as you exit.
Terry.
The next stop is for F gates. F as in Foxtrot. Please exit at F gates for international baggage claim and ground transportation.
You need it? ATL's got it. No matter your preference, we have something for you. Atlanta presents an opportunity to shop, dine, and explore. We're thrilled you're here, and we hope to see you.
So on the plane ride, my husband and I sat right behind each other. So I'm in front of him. And the twins did pretty decent. We ended up giving one of them some goldfish, like a little snack, so they could have that while they're on the plane ride, because they started to get a little bit fussy. Normally we do a bottle, but this time we decided to give them their bottle before the plane took off and then give them snacks throughout the flight, and they did really well. The only thing that I feel like a lot of people don't know is like when you have two babies that are under 2 or twins, of course, and you can't sit in the same row because of the oxygen mask. But other than that, they did pretty well. So I would definitely say that we came a long way in our flights. They didn't do a lot of crying or anything like that. So we have given the kids a snack. Well, we got all of our bags. We're still at the airport. We got all of our stuff. We had to wait on our bags, but they finally came. And now we are going to go get the rental car. So right here, we stopped at the Walmart in Buffalo, New York. We only traveled with one small can of formula, so we bought the rest while we got there at Walmart. But we had to wait 30 minutes to get somebody to unlock this little window so we can get the formula, which was completely ridiculous. I guess they do this because it's a lot of theft, but it was just ridiculous to sit there for 30 minutes and wait for formula. But we were able to get the formula, the wipes, the diapers, anything extra that we needed before we went into Toronto. So right here, we are at the border waiting to get into Canada, and we're gathering all of our documentation, passports, and all that stuff. And we ended up having to get searched. They searched the entire car from top to bottom. We had to all get out. They scanned the diapers. They scanned, one of our friends had a bowling ball with him. They scanned everything. We had never been searched like that before in our entire lives. That took about an hour. So I would definitely recommend when you are traveling and it's on a time frame, make sure that you plan to have like an hour just in case they search you. This is our Airbnb. Let's go upstairs first. Bathroom. Double beds. Another room. Laundry.
Was it downstairs too?
Uh-huh. This must be a master. Huge walk-in closet. Oh wow. This is nice. Extra toilet. So we came to Canada for a wedding, and I didn't get a whole lot of footage besides the baby sleeping, as you guys can see. But right here, our trip is over. We are on our way back through to New York to catch our flight. We didn't have any issues getting through this time. It was a totally different experience than what we experienced going in. They just asked us a few questions, checked our passports, and let us go straight through. So that was great, but we planned in advance to get there an hour early just in case they stopped us. So we made it to the airport pretty early. We had about 3 hours to spare once we arrived. I was trying to make sure that we could capture going through TSA, but it's basically impossible to record going through TSA, unload everything. They're kind of looking at you, wondering what's taking you so long. So we weren't able to get that. But basically, the biggest thing with TSA is trying to make sure that the way that you pack is easy for you to unload so you get through the line a lot faster. I'll try to do another video just to focus on TSA so you all can kind of see what we do to get through. But this is just all the footage I can get to get through TSA and unload and help with all that. Now, once we got to the gate, we were trying to keep the twins settled. It's kind of hard because it's not a whole lot to do at the gate. But as you can see, they're kind of trying to use their stroller to play with and everything like that. It's hard to keep them engaged and stuff, but we tried to feed them a little bit, give them some snacks, let them play on their stroller, jump around and everything. But it's very challenging to kind of keep them busy at a gate where there's really not a whole lot going on. But we're trying to like strategize on how we're going to do once we get on the plane and make sure you and whoever's going to be on the plane with you have a strategy before y'all get on the plane. That is very important because traveling with twins and babies is very overwhelming at times.
You mad that he's in the thing? Come on,
So y'all, normally what I do is I look at what time the flight is boarding and I try to make sure I get to the bathroom and change the babies in advance so I could still board early with the babies. So this airport just so happened to have companion care. It was a really nice bathroom, not a lot of traffic. I was able to change the boys. They were both angry. Tristan sliding off the changing table as I'm trying to change him, but we made it through, was able to change them, get them settled and everything before it was time to catch the flight. It's very important to look at your boarding time and try to get to the bathroom to get them changed and everything like that at least like 20 to 30 minutes ahead of time because you never know what can happen. But I don't like changing babies on the plane. It's very easy to change them in the bathroom and then get them going and settled for the flight. So right here, my husband is breaking down the stroller. We bought these travel bags that you could put the car seats in to protect your car seat and them not mess it up. So he's putting those in the car seat bags and also like the baby's jackets and stuff in that car seats bags. And then so that way we can just put the bags that already have the car seats in them on top of the stroller, and when you're going down the ramp, you could just push the stroller and just collapse the stroller and hand everything to them instead of trying to break it down right before you get on the plane. We found this a lot easier. It helps us a lot trying to break it down, but of course this requires you to get to the gate a lot earlier, so that way you're able to break everything down before it's time to get on the plane. Another thing that we found is really helpful is we try to put the babies on, we strap the babies to us so that way we're not really holding on to them. And we could still have our luggage and our bags and everything that we need to carry with us. Because when you're trying to carry the baby with you and then you've got people in front of you that's taking all day to get to their seats and, you know, I don't know about y'all, but our kids are heavy. So we found that it's easier when we strap the babies to us. We make sure that we plan ahead. So we break down the stroller, get the babies on us, and have them attached to us. So that way we can still push our suitcases, the diaper bag, and everything else that we have with us. We won't feel like we're carrying everything at once, because trying to juggle everything and wait for people to get to their seats is extremely time consuming. So I would recommend finding out what works for you. This is what works for us, breaking down everything. Also, too, the gate agent was extremely nice for us. We were not sitting nowhere near each other. We were sitting, it was like 2 people in between us. The gate agent make it to where I'm sitting in seat C and my husband's sitting in seat D. So we are basically in between the aisle, which was very helpful because we were sharing snacks and, you know, got the bottles and everything is all in the same diaper bag. So she was very accommodating to us. And one of the other agents helped us get our stroller on the ramp and everything. So that makes a difference. When the agents are very helpful and very nice to you, it makes a huge difference in you traveling and just getting through, because it's already overwhelming as it is to travel with twins. And so when the gate agent and the flight attendants are really nice to you, that really makes a significant difference. So I would recommend trying to make sure you have a routine that works for yourself. This is something that works for us. So you could feel free to use any of these suggestions that we're using, but this definitely helps with trying to get on the plane in advance and making sure that you're nice and settled before it's time. We were able to get seats close to each other.
It's Sunday.
So we are on the plane and the kids are asleep. It's the first time we've been on the plane and the kids are asleep. What do you say?
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. We'll see how long this lasts. We have bottles made and they're still in their carriers. So we made it back safely to Atlanta and the babies did great. They slept about 30 minutes into the flight, and then we gave them snacks for the remainder of the time, their bottle and everything like that. Didn't have any issues, and we are exhausted, but we had a great time.